When you want to know how things really work, study them when they are coming apart. A quote by William Gibson. Good evening, one and all. Let me take you through all the listings of what to expect in today's session. It is also the first session of the mega event Avenir 2022 #DiscoverYou. The welcome address will be followed by a brief introduction and a video on an eminent speaker. Then we shall invite the esteemed speaker for her presentation. After the presentation, we shall request our guest speaker to answer a few questions raised by the attendees in the question and answer segment. A continuing session will be taken up by the university spokesperson. The detailing of the courses available and the process of the admission will be put forth. We shall conclude the session with a vote of thanks. Doctors are the brains of hospital. Nurses are the heart of hospital. Here comes the biomedical engineers. They are the nerves of the hospital. By Albert Staben.
What a fantastic quote to begin the session. Good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Avenir 2022, #DiscoverYou, a global career guidance program launched by Indian School Bausha under the aegis of Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Oman. On behalf of Indian School Bausha, I, Aisha of Class 8.
And I, Prerna of Class 9.
Take the proud privilege of expressing our profound gratitude to His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Said for the altruistic and noble benevolence showered on the Indian diaspora in the Sultanate of Oman. May the Almighty shower His choicest blessings on His Majesty, and may this nation experience peace and everlasting prosperity.
We are happy to welcome all the students, parents, and teachers to be a part of Avenir 2022, #DiscoverYou. Thank you one and all for your benign presence here this evening. It is with sheer joy and great pride that I take the task of introducing our speaker today, Ms. ANITHA Raj Ashok, a passionate quality lead engineer with a master's in biomedical engineering, who strives to ensure the safety and effectiveness of products in medical space. Engaged by the understanding user behavior, enriching user experience, and highlighting empathy towards users in product development. She has cross-functional work experience in post-market surveillance, risk management, and regulatory affairs allow me to bring a disciplined, quantified, a holistic approach to process and technology integration.
Ms. ANITHA Raj Ashok is currently working on medical device risk assessment and human factors validation testing to ensure the products meet the requirements of the FDA and EU MDR. She has specializations in risk management, post-market surveillance, and design control. We would like to request the audience to kindly post your queries in the Q&A box. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please join me in welcoming our speaker, Ms. ANITHA Raj Ashok. The platform is all yours, ma'am.
Thank you both for the kind words and a brilliant introduction. Good evening, everybody present there. Firstly, I'm very glad to be a part of this panel addressing the upcoming professionals and to shed some light in my field. So I'll go ahead and present my screen. Just let me know if you guys can see. I hope you guys can see my screen.
Yes, it's visible.
Perfect. Okay, so I would like to bring all of your attention and to introduce a field called human factors engineering and the opportunities in the medical device industry. As to how these two are related, we'll get to that in a minute. So let me just walk you through about who I am or what my educational qualification, professional qualifications are. So myself, ANITHA Raj Ashok, I have a bachelor's of engineering in electronics and instrumentation engineering from Anna University, India. And I did my master's in biomedical engineering from University of Southern California, Los Angeles, USA. Currently, I'm a senior human factors engineer in a company called BD, which is Becton and Dickinson. It's one of the leading medical device manufacturers in the world, and it's located in San Diego, California. So about my journey, not around 8 to 9 years back, I was in the same situation as most of you guys are, in a place where I had to decide what would be my next career step after my 12th grade. What field do I want to do, or what field do I want to work? So that started with my enthusiasm to figure out what the mechanism of different appliances are. So that curiosity basically fueled my interest or made me gravitate towards electronics and instrumentation engineering. So once I started the coursework in electronics and instrumentation engineering, there were a lot of courseworks basically from microprocessor to other stuff. So I got the first hand to see what are the different appliances, what are the different disciplines within electronics. So one such coursework was biomedical engineering, which was during my final year, which is when I had always seen medical device instrument in the hospital like any of you, but the realization that an engineer actually has a power to save a human life by building a medical device was very fascinating for me at that point. So I thought, if engineering can be used to save someone's life or can impact human life in real time, and if we can see it, that's the most gratifying profession there could be. So I think that's basically what made me research what a medical device industry is, or what is a medical device. So in that research, I wanted to learn more about the industry, more about how to become a better professional in the medical device industry. So, and there is only so much that you can learn online. So I wanted to improve or expand my knowledge in the field. So I went ahead and pursued my master's in biomedical engineering from US. As to why US is because US is one of the leading countries in the manufacture of medical devices. Most medical device that we use all over the world has been produced by companies in the US majorly. Europe do contribute, but US is one of the major countries which contributes in the medical device manufacturers. So I wanted to go ahead and pursue my master's from biomedical engineering in the US. And my master's was a 2 years degree. Once I graduated my master's, I finally got an opportunity to work in my dream industry, which I've been dreaming for like 3-4 years now. So I went ahead and got an opportunity, first an internship and eventually into a full-time position. So medical device industry, like any other technology, is a conglomerate of a lot of engineering disciplines. It has quality engineering, it has regulatory, it has post-market surveillance, it has risk, it has a lot of disciplines within the medical device industry. But I think I was also very fascinated about psychology from a very young age. So to discover that there is actually a field which relates psychology and engineering was very exciting for me. So I decided to become a human factors engineering, and human factors engineering discipline is what excites me on a day-to-day basis. So this is long story start of my journey towards how I am a human factors engineer now. And I know I've been telling human factors engineering, but a lot of people might not know what exactly is human factors engineering. I didn't know until I did my master's and came into the industry. So I just would like to shed a little bit light on what is human factors engineering and what exactly it does. So human factors engineering can otherwise be called as the engineering psychology. So it's basically a scientific discipline which is used in understanding how a user or a human interacts with a device or a system or an online software. It's basically the interaction between the human and the system. So human factors engineering is a discipline which helps us understand that interaction. And it also helps us to evaluate the human abilities, human limitations, human characteristics related to the design. The ultimate goal of any human factors engineer in any field would be to make sure to reduce human error or the user error, you would call it, and enhance the user experience with the product they are making. That would be that would be the ultimate goal of any human factors engineer. So human factors engineer or human factors engineering is used in a lot of fields, from online database to a gadget to any device or anything that you use today will have a human factors engineer behind it, working to see if will my users or will my customers like the device that I'm making. So one such field is medical device, and I would say medical device industry is a major field when it comes to human factors, because when it comes to other devices or gadgets or commercial products, if a user didn't like it or if a user used it a wrong way, the maximum would be a decline in business for the company. But whereas in a medical device, if a user incorrectly uses a device, the result would be a loss of life. So the importance of human factors engineering in medical device is a lot more compared to the other fields. And as you all know, a medical device is any apparatus or any appliance, software, material, either used alone or in combination for a medical purpose, is called as a medical device. And medical device industry is a very heavily regulated industry by the government, again, because the consequence of incorrect device would be a loss of life. So the medical device in general goes through a lot of rigorous testing, and then it's designed with greater precision. I work for one of the leading medical devices company, which is called BD, Becton Dickinson. So BD manufactures a lot of medical devices, from infusion pump, which is basically used to give drugs to the patients through intravenous, catheters, stents, pacemaker. They have a wide range of products. So the product that I work on is an infusion pump, and it's located in San Diego. Coming to the opportunity and scope of this field. So biomedical engineering in itself is a very niche field, and it's an expanding field, which is vital for the future healthcare of the world, especially in a current scenario where the entire world was locked down with COVID pandemic. Everyone was trying so hard to come up with a device that could basically tell us if we have COVID or not. So that should basically give you the picture of how important the medical device industry is. Moving forward, medical device industry would be probably one of the most important fields in the world. It is already, but I think the exposure to medical devices and the need, the importance of medical device rose more so after the pandemic. So as the population ages, healthcare professionals who can apply advanced technology to solve complex problems to both diagnose and treat will be in a very high demand. I would say moving forward, anyone who can contribute to solve health problems would be considered as a valuable asset. And there are many areas in the medical device industry. It could be software development, it could be hardware development, it could be design, it could be testing of equipment, it could be manufacturing, it could be clinical research. So within the medical device industry, there are a lot of disciplines, there are a lot of different cross-functional teams, there are a lot of different engineering workforces. Coming to the challenges of this field. These are challenges that I face. There could be other challenges. So my major challenge was to understanding and identifying the different fields within the medical device industry, because all that I knew was through online, how a medical device industry works. But when you actually enter into the industry, you'll get to see how many different new microfields are within the industry. You'll try to see what your strengths are, what strength suits what. And I think it took me some time to figure out what microfield or what department or discipline within the medical device I would want to pursue. So that took me a little bit struggle. And I think it took me around 3 years to completely understand the complexity of medical device. As I said before, medical device industry is very heavily regulated by the government. So there are a lot more phases and a lot more interdisciplinary things in a medical device industry than a commercial industry. So it took me almost 3 years of time to understand how complex this industry is. And also with this industry, unlike any other industry, the regulations, you have to be updated with the current regulations in the world, current world scenarios about the problems, about the health issues, and what are the new regulatory agencies are coming, what are the new requirements from the users. So that's also a thing where I had to learn, like how to keep up with the fast changing technology, with the fast changing regulations and stuff like that. So those were the challenges that I had faced in the 5 years of my career. So coming to career choice, I would like to say career choice, or I would like to see career choice as a cascade of many micro decisions, at least for me, to understand the person that you wanted to be, and the person you will be 10 years down the line, is a consequence of all the decisions that you take over this period. And not the big decisions alone, even the small micro decisions. Do I want to do this coursework? Do I not want to do this coursework? Even a decision as simple as that compared to the bigger decision as what discipline do matter. If I hadn't taken a biomedical engineering coursework at a certain point, I wouldn't have probably become a biomedical engineer because I wouldn't have been exposed to what that field is. So I think it's a conglomerate, or it's a cascade of micro decisions what makes your career. And it could be different from the person that you have imagined today. It could be a lot more better. It could be a lot more different. But each micro decisions that you make and each learnings from that decision, what will make your career down the line when you look back at it. At least when I look back at it, my 5 years career span, it's not a lot, but the 5 years that I've gone through, I think whatever decisions I made led me to the place where I am today. So focus on each and every decision is what I would say. And any field for that matter, no matter how strong the educational qualification is, you have to keep learning. You have to stay relevant to the industry. And it is going to be different when you enter the industry actually from what you've learned. Yes, you might be able to apply the principles that you've learned in your educational qualification, but it still is going to be a continuous learning. So the other thing would be when you are in a 12th grade, it's not exactly about, oh, this is the particular field that I want to work in. It's more about what is the broader spectrum that I want to do. Is it engineering? Is it finance? Is it creative? Is it medicine? What do you want? Like that should be the decision that one should make, is what I would say from my experience. Because down the line in that field, you will probably discover more microfields, more newer disciplines, more upcoming disciplines, more advanced disciplines down the line. So all that you can make at this point, I think, is a very broader spectrum of what field you want to be in, and then eventually try to learn new things and probably find your passion and the niche field that you are looking into. So, and I know everybody keeps saying learning never ends, but that's actually true when you start working, I think, because with work, every day you apply principles that you learned the previous day, or things that you haven't learned, you start discovering more. So for any field to be successful in any field, to reach a position in any field, I think learning is the key. So always keep learning, as they say. And lastly, so this is my contact detail. If I would be happy to help anyone with any questions about this field. There are a lot of fields that a lot of people are not aware, and including myself, which I never knew about human factors engineering, but today I cannot imagine a career without that field. So if anyone is interested in this field and would like to know more about it, please reach out to me in this email. I'd be glad to help. So any questions? I can take the questions now. And all the very best for everyone.
That was an extraordinary and inspiring session by you, ma'am. Your creative and fun-filled session enlightened us and kept each one of us engaged. Now, we would like to request our speaker, Ms. ANITHA Raj Ashok, to kindly answer a few queries put forth by the audience. For this, may I now invite the moderator of the session, Ms. Pilsi, to pose some questions from the audience to you. Over to the moderator.
I'm not able to hear. I think you're on mute.
Yes.
I'm sure there are bound to be a few questions. Let us take up one or two of them. Good evening to all. Let me quickly scan the questions received in the Q&A box. Ma'am, over to you. Is BME a good path toward a career in medicine and dentistry?
Ma'am, you're muted.
Can you repeat the question?
Is BME a good path toward a career in medicine?
Okay, so BME is basically an engineering discipline, which is how do I say this? Which helps the medical industry. It's not exactly treating patients. It's basically building instruments to treat patients.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We have one more question. What are the major steps involved in the manufacturing of a medical device?
Okay, so the major steps I would say is first of all, research. You need to understand what is the need of the day. So you need to research if there is a disease where they would like to identify or diagnose, if there's an instrument that is required to treat a certain disease and it's not available. So the first and foremost thing is to research, basically find out what is the need of the environment or the need of the industry. And then once you research, you come up with an innovative idea to actually put forward the design of the device. And once you think you have a design of a device which can satisfy the need, then you go ahead with satisfying all the regulations and making sure if all the regulations are addressed, and then you start building the device. And of course, there are a lot of testings which follows the design phase. So I would say are the major steps in manufacturing of a device.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for the insightful answers. We have many queries, and yes, the students can access the mobile app and the questions will be directly addressed. The feedback link will be shared in the chat box. Every attendee who submits the feedback form will receive a digital certificate. Over to you, Aisha.
Thank you, ma'am, for all your support and guidance given to the large audience by attending to their concerns so patiently during the course of the discussion.
Thank you, Aisha. And it was I'm really glad to be a part of this. And if I could help anyone discover a new field, then I think my job today is well done. So.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.
It is a time for us to move on.
Avenir is a global career guidance event to empower students and assist them in identifying their ideal future career path. It was conceptualized by the Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Sultanate of Oman. The first Avenir was organized at Indian School Al Mabala in the year 2018. In 2019, Indian School El Seeb conducted the program. Indian School Muscat conducted the first virtual Avenir in the year 2020. Avenir 2021 was conducted virtually by Indian School Al Wadi Al Kabir. In 2022, the flagship school in Oman. Indian School Bosher is all set to fly the flag higher by conducting Avenir 2022 in hybrid mode. Our impeccable planning, devoted team, unmatched resources guarantee a memorable event. The 5-day event will be held from Thursday, October 13, 2022 to Tuesday, October 18, 2022. Prominent achievers, educators, and industry experts will address the audience. Universities and educational institutes from different corners of the globe will present themselves to the audience of Avenir 2022. The event is open to all educational boards, including CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, and IB. It will provide comprehensive career guidance to students to pursue their passions at national and international universities. Avenir 2022 guarantees a wealth of information and awareness on 21st century courses, scholarships, internships, and career placements. This event will assist students in discovering their ideal future career path. Let us gather together for this 5 days of excitement, effulgence, enlightenment, exploration, and exaltation. Let's join Avenir 2022 to discover you. Avenir is a global career guidance event to empower students and assist them in identifying their ideal future career path. It was conceptualized by the Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Sultanate of Oman. The first Avenir was organized at Indian School Al Mabala in the year 2018. In 2019, Indian School El Seeb conducted the program. Indian School Muscat conducted the first virtual Avenir in the year 2020. Avenir 2021 was conducted virtually by Indian School Al Wadi Al Kabir. In 2022, the flagship school in Oman. Indian School Bosher is all set to fly the flag higher by conducting Avenir 2022 in hybrid mode. Our impeccable planning, devoted team, unmatched resources guarantee a memorable event. The 5-day event will be held from Thursday, October 13, 2022 to Tuesday, October 18, 2022. Prominent achievers, educators, and industry experts will address the audience. Universities and educational institutes from different corners of the globe will present themselves to the audience of Avenir 2022. The event is open to all educational boards, including CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, and IB. It will provide comprehensive career guidance to students to pursue their passions at national and international universities. Avenir 2022 guarantees a wealth of information and awareness on 21st century courses, scholarships, internships, and career placements. This event will assist students in discovering their ideal future career path. Let us gather together for this 5 days of excitement, effulgence, enlightenment, exploration, and exaltation. Let's join Avenir 2022 to discover you. Avenir is a global career guidance event to empower students and assist them in identifying their ideal future career path. It was conceptualized by the Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Sultanate of Oman. The first Avenir was organized at Indian School Al Mabala in the year 2018. In 2019, Indian School El Seeb conducted the program. Indian School Muscat conducted the first virtual Avenir in the year 2020. Avenir 2021 was conducted virtually by Indian School Al Wadi Al Kabir. In 2022, the flagship school in Oman. Indian School Boshar is all set to fly the flag higher by conducting Avenir 2022 in hybrid mode. Our impeccable planning, devoted team, unmatched resources guarantee a memorable event. The 5-day event will be held from Thursday, October 13, 2022 to Tuesday, October 18, 2022. Prominent achievers, educators, and industry experts will address the audience. Universities and educational institutes from different corners of the globe will present themselves to the audience of Avenir 2022. The event is open to all educational boards, including CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, and IB. It will provide comprehensive career guidance to students to pursue their passions at national and international universities. Avenir 2022 guarantees a wealth of information and awareness on 21st century courses, scholarships, internships, and career placements. This event will assist students in discovering their ideal future career path. Let us gather together for this 5 days of excitement, effulgence, enlightenment, exploration, and exaltation. Let's join Avenir 2022 to discover you. Avenir is a global career guidance event to empower students and assist them in identifying their ideal future career path. It was conceptualized by the Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Sultanate of Oman. The first Avenir was organized at Indian School Al Mabala in the year 2018. In 2019, Indian School El Seeb conducted the program. Indian School Muscat conducted the first virtual Avenir in the year 2020. Avenir 2021 was conducted virtually by Indian School Al Wadi Al Kabir. In 2022, the flagship school in Oman. Indian School Bosher is all set to fly the flag higher by conducting Avenir 2022 in hybrid mode. Our impeccable planning, devoted team, unmatched resources guarantee a memorable event. The 5-day event will be held from Thursday, October 13, 2022 to Tuesday, October 18, 2022. Prominent achievers, educators, and industry experts will address the audience. Universities and educational institutes from different corners of the globe will present themselves to the audience of Avenir 2022. The event is open to all educational boards, including CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, and IB. It will provide comprehensive career guidance to students to pursue their passions at national and international universities. Avenir 2022 guarantees a wealth of information and awareness on 21st century courses, scholarships, internships, and career placements. This event will assist students in discovering their ideal future career path. Let us gather together for this 5 days of excitement, effulgence, enlightenment, exploration, and exaltation. Let's join Avenir 2022 to discover you. Avenir is a global career guidance event to empower students and assist them in identifying their ideal future career path. It was conceptualized by the Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Sultanate of Oman. The first Avenir was organized at Indian School Al Mabala in the year 2018. In 2019, Indian School LSEB conducted the program. Indian School Muscat conducted the first virtual Avenir in the year 2020. Avenir 2021 was conducted virtually by Indian School Al-Wadi Al-Kabir. In 2022, the flagship school in Oman. Indian School Bosher is all set to fly the flag higher by conducting Avenir 2022 in hybrid mode. Our impeccable planning, devoted team, unmatched resources guarantee a memorable event. The 5-day event will be held from Thursday, October 13, 2022 to Tuesday, October 18, 2022. Prominent achievers, educators, and industry experts will address the audience. Universities.
It's time for us to move on to the second part of the session, the time to meet the university spokesperson. We are joyous to welcome Father Dr. John Rose, S.J. Father John is a director and associate professor in IT since June 2018 and June 2015, respectively. He has done his PhD in modeling of internal electric fields using the variational thermodynamic methodology and investigation of gate emitter breakdown characteristics of trans-insulated gate bipolar power from the School of Engineering, Santa Clara University, CAUSA.
He has specialization in computer network, microprocessor and microcontrollers, embedded system, power device, TIGBT, trans-insulated gate, bipolar transistor, device modeling, variational thermodynamic methodology, deep learning and IEO, conducted an exemplary career guidance program for the students of Mohammad Sadak Engineering College, Kilakarai, Tamil Nadu, of the workshop on microcontrollers and robotics for the faculty of Arulandar College, Kurumuturu, Madurai. Let's all watch a prelude video of the university.
XIE is run by the Jesuits with their motto, "The Greater Glory of God." This is a part of the Jesuit international network of several thousand educational institutions, which include St. Xavier's College, Mumbai, XLRI Jamshedpur, 28 universities in the US, and many, many others. XIE classes lead students to understand the wide range of theory that is the foundation of what seems the magic of modern technology. Every classroom has a laptop and data projector.
Why? Because this current is reversed. What is I1? V upon R1.
The XIE labs give future engineers a chance to experiment hands-on with the power and complexity of technology. students are encouraged to dream up creative projects.
The power will come out of the two ports, that is this P hole area, the shunt arm, that is the H plane T, and again observe the
the antenna is transmitted maximum. So how will you do that? Okay, and you will measure, you will see over there. So as you just see, you find out the pattern of the antenna, and from the pattern
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So tell me,
Shall I continue with the sharing of the video?
yes, no, the topic is
Over to you, sir.
okay. So, good evening to all. I'm not able to see the slides, but you can display my slides. Good evening to you all. Sorry for rushing back. I committed myself for a mass on Saturday, a Sunday, and I didn't want to miss that. Here I am. Why I do not want to miss, because to express what we did. And before that, I sent you a PDF file about the world map PDF file. You can display that. In that, we have the higher education institutions of all over the world. What we do and where our institutions are located in every part of the country in the world. So that would be useful to begin my talk. You can minimize this and display the PDF file that I have sent you as a map that shows the world. Now, if you look at it, what we want to do in the world, and what is our aim. In 1540, we began our mission. We don't call it like others as an education and vocation for us. We ask, what are you going to do with the degree that you will be getting it? If you look at the dots in the world map, leave alone the high schools and primary schools and the higher secondary schools. The dots show only the higher educational institutions, that is degree awarding institutions. It could be either college or university. For example, in the all over the world, we have 200 plus colleges and universities. You can see the number which is written. On the extreme left, you can see how many institutions India has got, about 83 institutions and 3 universities we have. On the right side, you have in each continent, what are the universities that we have, the names are written. And please go back to the first one, the other slide, the slides, we can go the first slide. And here I am going to talk about it. Well, how do we achieve our mission? And for example, the former president of India, Abdul Kalam, studied in our institution, South in Trichy, St. Joseph's College. So therefore, my talk, I would like to say more than 450 years of Jesuit legacy. We have the best example that we have, Pope is a Jesuit, and he went through the formation, and all the students who come into our institutions, legacy. They have got a culture. They have got something to give it to the society. Therefore, what matters to you most, what changes that you like to make to the society is the prime question that we are going to ask. We'll be asking the student be asking himself or herself. Now, it is not so. There are 2 kinds of become a better businessman or gentleman. Of establishing a gentlewoman, of being a gentleman on others. The one not Shall I continue, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the best example that I see in the picture, Pope is a Jesuit. Next slide, please. And he remains for us an embodiment of love. So it shows that our aim of higher education institutions, the talents that we have, is to give back to the society to make the better world. And I represent an engineering school in India, Xavier Institute of Engineering, and we have 3 branches. Next slide, please. We have 3 branches. Technology, application engineering, newly we have in cybersecurity of things
and educational institutes from different corners of the globe will present themselves to the audience of Avenir 2022. The event is open to all educational boards, including CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, and IB. It will provide comprehensive career guidance to students to pursue their passions at national and international universities. Avenir 2022 guarantees a wealth of information and awareness on 21st century courses, scholarships, internships, and career placements. This event will assist students in discovering their ideal future career path. Let us gather. Avenir Avenir is a global career guidance event to empower students and assist them in identifying their ideal future career path. It was conceptualized by the Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Sultanate of Oman. The first Avenir was organized at Indian School Al Mabala in the year 2018. In 2019, Indian School El Seeb conducted the program. Indian School Muscat conducted the first virtual Avenir in the year 2020. Avenir 2021 was conducted virtually by Indian School Al Wadi Al Kabir. In 2022, the flagship school in Oman. Indian School Bosher is all set to fly the flag higher by conducting Avenir 2022 in hybrid mode. Our impeccable planning, devoted team, unmatched resources guarantee a memorable event. The 5-day event will be held from
sorry for the snag. I think I do not know why my Wi-Fi is getting disconnected. Hello?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah, please go to the next slide, please. Keep changing the slides. Okay, so I begin talking. Can I go ahead with my talk?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you one question for you just to answer whether you know it's a company that is about 475 years old. A company. It was started in August 1534 in Paris, France. A group of intellectuals began who studied at the Paris University in France, and the company is still surviving with 15,000 active members in the world. And in India alone, there are about 4,000 active members, and 200,000 students are actively associated with this company. What is this company? Can anyone say this? Can anyone say this? What is this company talking about? We know Yahoo, Google, Oracle, Microsoft, all these companies are not this many years old, right? But still this company is surviving. Okay, so this is the company, next slide, the company of Jesus, call it Society of Jesus or Jesuits. We have, and this is the company that runs this institution plus 200, this institution that what I am talking about, and 200 plus higher education institutions in this world. What is the so specialty about this company? Anyone who comes to know to our school, they ask this question: what is the reason that this institution, these institutions run by the Jesuits survive more than 450 years? What is the secret about it? So, as I said, in India we have 81 colleges, 3 universities: St. Xavier's University, Kolkata; XIM University, Bhubaneswar, which is the world standard; St. Joseph's University, just a few months ago we became university in Bengaluru. And in Mumbai, we have St. Xavier's College. It's the best college in the state, and ours is an engineering school, tier 2 institutions. But it is the people come to our institutions not to earn money that they will get a degree, but to become a better human person, get a holistic education, that to get a joy of life, that they experience joy while learning, and also when they get out of the institution. Ultimately, we all know the money does not give us ultimate happiness. It is the happiness that comes from inside our hearts. We need money, but the ultimate aim is not the thing that we need to look for. So therefore, the people who have studied in our institutions likely to send their children, grandchildren to our institutions. So you may ask, what are the best practices that we have? Before we go into the particular branch, we have all over the world all the branches that you can imagine. Every branch, any of the institutions would have. But what are the best practices that we have? Best practice that we have, but that is common to all our institutions. Remember, the Jesuits, we began in Europe, France, and Spain. That we are called, the Jesuits were called masters of Europe. That is the first, the Ratio Studiorum, that is methods of study. We were the first one to start. Now, this is a secret. What I would call Xavier, am I an engineer? That is ours in engineering school. That I would say XIE, Xavier Institute of Engineering. We have operate on 4 C's. Competence. Competence comes when we are committed to a particular cause. Whatever we may undertake, it may be a difficult subject. It may be a particular task, a project, a mini project, or a senior design project. Anything, unless we commit ourselves and we don't become competent. And the compassion comes from conscience. The conscience, we form a right conscience, then we are compassionate. That we feel that when we are at home, mother is sick, we want to show compassionate, but we are conscience is formed irrespective of who I am, what I am, but I'm going to do what mothers do at home, getting up in the morning, preparing breakfast for others, washing the dishes, mopping the floor. I don't mind what the work is, but my conscience says that I must do it. then the compassion comes from our hearts. Therefore, we have a slogan, men and women for others. And that is the holistic education that we call it. That brings us the experience of joy. And that is why our institutions, Jesuit institutions, are famous for. Now, when you come into our own courses, that particularly in our college, that we have xavier.ac.in, and also we have St. Xavier's College in the fort, that is called xaviers.ac. You can go to the website and see what kind of courses. I am not going to describe it, but you have enough courses. People come for the undergrad courses, and now next year onwards is going to be 4 years, 4 years undergrad degree, just like in the US. So far we have been 3 years, and they have a bridge course when they go to abroad. But now we have 4 years course that will be complete degrees. Complete course will be there, so we don't have to PhD. We don't have to do master's degree in order to become in order to join the PhD. So the bachelor's degree, one can really do a master's a PhD program in abroad. So here I said electronics and telecommunication engineering, information technology, computer engineering, computer science and engineering. We have new course, cyber security, Internet of Things, that we call it now Internet of Everything, with the blockchain technology. Then we also have a honors degree in all the branches. What do you mean by honors degree in all the branches? This degree, 4 degrees that I said, they have fixed syllabus under Mumbai University. You do that course, plus you have 3 courses more to get honors degree. That is, we categorize the students, the super learners, that is the fast learners, then the slow learners. Then you have a students neither fast nor slow. So we have for the fast learners, we offer this master's degree who can cope up with this syllabus. But it is not a compulsory, but it's an optional. So we have honors degree for AI and ML, artificial intelligence and machine learning. We have data science and cyber security. Now it comes to Jesuit values. Why do people send? Why do people send their kids, their children, their adults? Why do they send to the Jesuit schools? This is because of these 6 values that we have. These values are incomprehensible. Let me go on by one. I think I have 48 now. I think I should be able to finish next 10 minutes. I think so please, cura personalis. The first one is cura personalis. Cura personalis, you may see is a Latin word, that is the care for the person, the individual person. Anybody who comes into our campus is cared and loved and recognized and included. So nobody would feel excluded in the campus. Everybody is cared for it. What do we do for that? We have a setup for that. We have persons for mentoring. We have a class teachers. We have a HODs, head of the departments. Then also we have counselors who would cater to the needs of each student. But what happened? We never know at what state of mind a student enters a campus. Maybe seen a fight in their homes, or they fight with the parents fighting, or any issues that may be going on in the family, or financial issues, or even personal issues. A person may be going through a relationship issue, but everything is taken care of. The cura personalis for a student, there is a ways and means to communicate and to reconcile the problem that one may go through. That is cura personalis is I put it the top priority. Therefore, in our institution, the Jesuit institution, there is no place for anybody to get depressed, to disappointed, and therefore there is a hope, there is a love that is being shown to the person, that person is a precious being in the eyes of God. The precious being in the eyes of God. The second is learning through personal experience. Therefore, we give a lot of projects, mini projects, and max projects for the students to do. And for our students, they have to summarize the syllabus in 3 minutes. That is, suppose a student has got 5 subjects in the semester, and for each subject he records of 3 minutes of summary and presents to the teachers, and the rest other students critique the summary of that, and he is given some points for that. The third is discernment. Discernment is a process a student goes through to take an important decision in his life. For example, a person joins physics or engineering, then suddenly feels this engineering is not the field. but then he goes to the process, a discernment process, to get the right decisions. How does that? So it is a process that that is in the presence of God. One is poured, then it goes on foreign against, then looks into his life. So there is a process he's been led through. The fourth is a freedom. There is an enormous amount of freedom a student has in the college. The freedom is not to choose between bad and good. It is to choose between the greater goods, between other goods. There have 5 options of different type of goodness, and I choose one. So the freedom is not to choose between the good and evil. No, the evil is absolutely cannot be chosen at all. The freedom is a responsible freedom one chooses. The fourth point is magis. Again, it's a Latin word like pura personalis. Magis is to do more. To do more for God, and therefore to do more for others, and to do more for myself, to do more for families. So given my talents, how much do I perform? Am I performing to the full, or am I wasting my time to something else? So the magis, the verb I would say greater. It's not the greatest, it's not a great, but I look for greater and greater. Therefore, the slogan is how much I can do for God, for the greater glory of God. All that I do, it's not for my own glory. It's not my own, not for my own. Therefore, it is for God's greater glory. Now, you may ask that can an atheist be happy in our institution? Because all that I'm talking about, putting God at the center of our life, not on my personal life, the center of the institution life. Is a God who operates, is a God who drives the whole momentum. So that is the faith-based institutions of ours. Now, you may ask, now, can an atheist be happy or be joyful in our institution? I would say, how you define an atheist. So that is why. So anything that you have faith, if you have faith in love, if you have faith in freedom, of course, then we cannot call somebody an atheist. So magis is to do more and more for God, and therefore it becomes for others. Therefore, I become a gentleman. And finally, 6, finding God in all things, or bringing all things to God. Whatever I do, my studies, my activities, my apostolate, my family activities, the care that I show in our family, everything I bring at the end of the day to God, to thank God for all the blessings that God has given. And in turn, I see people in my life who brought life into me, beginning from parents, the family members who bring grace in my life. Therefore, I bring all those graces in the presence of God, and I thank God. So these are the Jesuit values we have, and this applicable to irrespective of what courses that we offer in our colleges. So thank you so much. And the last is the question that you may ask me anything about our institutions. I have shared the map. I request the panel, the organizers to share that map. They can know the name of the institutions and which country that we have, that they may be able to understand and apply for the courses that one may decide to do. Over to the panelists, please. For any questions that you may ask.
Thank you very much, sir, for the informative session. We are sure that the process of exploring and inquiring has begun in the minds of my friends and parents. The feedback link will be shared in the chat box. Every attendee who submits the feedback form will receive a digital certificate. Over to you, Prerna.
As we draw the end of this enriching session, I deem it my great privilege to propose the vote of thanks. We extend our heartfelt thanks to our eminent speaker, Ms. ANITHA, for all her motivation words. Thank you, ma'am. We express our gratitude to the spokesperson, Father Dr. John Rose, for sharing us details and giving us an overview of the career guidance. Thank you, sir.
Our deepest sense of appreciation and gratitude to Chairman Dr. Sivakumar Manikam and the members of the Board of Directors, Indian Schools in Oman. Our heartfelt thanks to the President, Mr. Ajayan Poyara, members of Indian Schools Baushers School Management Committee, and the Principal of the school, Dr. Bhavesh Valarao. Heartfelt thanks to our Platinum sponsor, Jane Deemed to be University, Gold sponsors, De Montfort University, Silver sponsors, Dallas Baptist University, USA, Grey Matters, SP Jain School of Global Management, Sri Ramachandra Institute of Higher Education and Research, and bronze sponsors Middle East College, SP Jain School of Global Management, digital marketing partner Spectrum and Trifold, media partner The Arabian Stories, and powered by support sponsors. Over to the video.
An event of this kind requires the coordination of a committed team. Thank you to the ISB team for making Avenir 2022 possible. Thank you to each of the teachers, students, and parents for being a part of the session.
It is our attitude at the beginning of a difficult task which more than anything else will affect its success outcome. William James. With these uplifting words, I, Aisha,
and I, Prerna,
wish you all a glorious day ahead. Before we sign off, let me remind you of the online upcoming sessions on science, engineering, humanities, and commerce. You can provide your feedback on the Avenir website, www.avenuroman.com. Every attendee who submits the feedback form will receive a digital certificate. See you in the next session.